I mean, we still haven't lost yet, so generally, reasons to be positive. Ding. Hey, what's going on, people? Welcome back. Come on, and welcome back to Football Therapy. I hope you're all doing well. My friends, I really do hope that. And welcome to Chelsea News, the daily, sometimes, series here on Football Therapy, where I react to headlines and Chelsea news. Today, there's a couple of stories I want to reflect on that caught my eye. And I also want to talk about Chelsea's formation and enduring the press and being terrified. And just this continuity we've had for a long time now. Oh yeah. The news stories are Christian Eriksen to Chelsea and Hakim Ziyech to Milan or Juventus. You can tell this is going to be a fun one. Strap yourselves in and get comfortable. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Daily content, of course, that you might dig. And let me tell you that Chelsea News is brought to you by OneFootball. Yes, indeed, boys and girls. OneFootball is completely and entirely free. An application that keeps you posted on stats, fixtures, lineups, transfer news, general news, gives you match alerts to any team you want, but preferably Chelsea. Totally free. I use it every single day, OneFootball, and you can too, my sweet friends, by clicking the link in the top of the description. Have you done that? Or do it after the video. Anyway, thanks for doing that. Alright then, let's move on to the first story of this video and talk about Christian Eriksen. So at first, this one made me go lol 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 ha 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 ha. And I stopped laughing and thought for a bit, but then eventually I did start laughing again. Christian Eriksen, I was like, who wants this 38-year-old creative player at the Prem after he's left? And then I looked at his transfer marks, I was like, he's 28. He's 28. And you look at his numbers in the Premier League, he was actually pretty darn incredible, Christian Eriksen. And he's only 28. Wow. But then I had like a sip of my coffee, I sobered up and was like, Jan, you don't need Christian Eriksen. Anyway, the stories that are floating around the ring, and I think probably originated from Italy, is that Christian Eriksen to Chelsea, plus a bit of money for Jorginho to go to Inter Milan. Now, it doesn't make sense for a lot of reasons, and I'm gonna go into it. First of all, why do we need another creative player? We've got Hakim Ziyech, more on him later. We've got Kai Havertz, we've got Mason Mount, who does create a lot of chances. We've got like creative-y winger people like Hudson-Odoi, you know, loads of strikers who aren't just static target men apart from Giroud. But you know, Werner and Tammy, they get about, they can like do one touch. Plus we make loads of chances from our wing backs. Gilmore can do progressive passing. You get what I'm saying? I was like, why do we need a Christian Eriksen in there? I mean, if you could make an argument for it. You look at his time in the Premier League, how he consistently made loads of chances and was like a really pretty darn incredible player. But at the same time, I don't think we need him. I mean, it would be funny if he came to Chelsea, was really good and like scored against Tottenham. You know, the standard narrative. But there's one reason why I think this is horse crap. All the things I just said. And the other reason would be Jorginho the other way, going to Inter Milan. Firstly, does Conte want Jorginho as a midfielder? I'm not so sure. Maybe, but I don't know, man. Doesn't really sound like a Conte midfielder, does he? And Thomas Tuchel seems to have him as first choice at the moment, and he wanted to buy him for Paris Saint-Germain, and now he's got him at Chelsea, and there's talk of a new contract. So, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, I think we can render this one total nonsense, although I'm surprised to see it was reported on quite heavily by different publications, like, and it doesn't surprise me at all that Inter are trying to offload him. That absolutely I can believe. And you know, he's a quality player that's been proven in the Premier League. So you can put those two together. But for me, that's where this story ends, ladies and gentlemen. So unless you know more and you've read more stories, give me your opinion on this theoretical thought experiment down in the comment section below as we move on to our next story today and talk about Hakim Ziyech. Ah, yes indeed, the Wizard of Amsterdam, come Wizard of London, one of the most, well, perhaps the signing I was most excited about, sort of floats around the pitch, got this air of arrogance, makes these like daring passes, got incredible accuracy with that left foot, has got a goal in him. Lovely player. Absolutely love Hakim Ziyech. The headlines today are suggesting Juventus and Milan are keeping an eye on him and might come in for him. No. Firstly, I know what sparked this. I mean, I don't know if these headlines came out before the Barnsley win. Wait, it was a win? Jesus, I said it was a loss. That's what that game did to me. Before the Barnsley game, But clearly there's some concerns from certain people that Hakim Ziyech might not fit this style of football for Thomas Tuchel. Now we know for a fact Ziyech was absolutely a Frank Lampard signing. There were some Marina Granovskaya / Chelsea signings in the Lampard reign, but Frank Lampard wanted Hakim Ziyech. He saw him at that Ajax game, he saw what he can do, he thought of the Iron Robins of this world at Chelsea when we had a real sweet left-footed player on that right flank, and he brought him in, and it looked like a masterstroke from Lampard. The way at first he was feeding Timo Werner in pre-season and indeed the beginning of the season, it looked like a perfect master plan, and also, you know, theoretically Pulisic running that left channel as well. So it's great, I loved it. It does seem like the one position to play under Thomas Tuchel in for his Chelsea is that inside right forwards, which is more of like a number 10. You get the width from the fullbacks or wingbacks or whatever. And I don't know, the game really, I mean, he dropped an absolute disaster class against Barnsley. Oh no, they deserve respect, Barnsley, they played well. Our whole team was awful. But yeah, Ziyech was really bad. Anyway, and people are thinking, oh, well, he can't play right wing back. Oh, well, he can't do this. Is he going to be screwed at Chelsea? And maybe that sparked this headlines, this gossip about Milan and Juventus are now keeping tabs on him because, you know, if it doesn't work under Thomas Tuchel, if he was a Frank Lampard signing, if he's not going to make it work in this system, maybe we can come in. And because, you know, Chelsea bought him for like a good money, the kind of money that probably Milan and Juventus can certainly both afford, as Juventus could afford, but Milan would definitely at minimum qualify for the Champions League and get that sweet moolah. So yeah, personally I hate this story. I think it's probably nonsense again, coming from certain rags. I really want Ziyech to work. I am concerned. It does seem like on the surface of it, on the face of it, he suited Frank Lampard's football more than this current formation of Thomas Tuchel, but I'm not going to box Tuchel in to this formation. Of course, we saw him go to a back four against Barnsley. I believe next season, once he's completely assessed the squad in the summer and had a pre-season, there's every chance we might change shape and formation and tactical approach. I mean, it will be high counter-pressing, but still, something more accommodating for Hakim Ziyech. And plus also, you got to say, he's bad form, coming back, not match fit, all that kind of stuff in a package. But for the moment, this whole Milan and Juventus story, I'm going to brush away in the wind and say, no thank you, not interested. I love the Wizard of London and I'm praying it works. So let's move on and talk a little bit more about Chelsea under Tuchel. Right, so Tommy Tuchel's terrific Blues. Counter-pressing, defending possession, lots of passing, a pragmatic way to see us over the line. Something that I've spoken about a lot recently, you know, going with a back three with senior players, going with two defensive sixes that have good chemistry in passing out of the press. Jorginho and Kovacic, perfect, they've done that together for a long time. And you sort of attack with five along the front, so five in a block defending the goal and five along the front trying to combine, use width and score goals. Great! Pragmatism, sensible. Try and get us over the line into top four. Makes total sense. I endorse it, Tommy Tuchel. But I do wonder, he has played back three for a long time, at long periods. Certainly at PSG he did for a long time. But I do wonder, moving forwards, what's going to happen here. Barnsley proved that if you really do jump on Chelsea, we don't like it. We've got this, not an inferiority complex, but we freak out and we panic. And this is something that predates Tuchel, so, you know, under Lampard as well at times, definitely. And although Jorginho and Kovacic have good chemistry and play out better, we need to utilise the likes of N'Golo Kante and Billy Gilmour and really try and find a way to get these players into the team. Are we just going to rely on Jovic moving forwards for ages? Because they do have good chemistry, but they're rather uninspiring a lot of the time. I really wanted to take a segment of the video and talk about this and put it out to you guys, because a lot of you guys know all about football and are smart. So I want to sort of strike up a conversation down in the comment section below. Like, where do we move forwards with this current Chelsea team? What would you do to see Billy Gilmour get into this side and N'Golo Kante get into this side? Because, you know, they were sort of the rotated engine room in the FA Cup last night, and it really didn't work for me, even though I think Gilmour played rather well. and N'Golo Kante really didn't. Is it a chemistry thing? Is it because they couldn't deal with being pressed? I'm really interested to hear your thoughts, feelings and opinions down in the comment section below. So let's start up a conversation. Other than that, I want to thank all you guys for really your superb support recently. I've got some lovely messages on social media and in the comment section here on YouTube. So I don't think I thank my viewers enough and my audience enough. So I want to take a moment and say thank you. I do see all your comments. I really do appreciate the kind words. And even if I don't respond to them all, I see them. So thank you very much. If you've enjoyed this content today, please do drop a like. It means a lot to me. Subscribe if you want, if you're new. Enjoy the football, and I will see you later, mate.
You ain't so tough with that bad boy tuck. I'ma get it how I'm living, I'ma walk the walk. Outline my lines, I rap through thought. Body bag the verse, outlined in chalk. In my life seen trouble, hustle on the double. Silence on the trigger like my pick got a muzzle. Yo chick like to guzzle, bad boy stay in trouble. I only love this paper, sorry I don't. I laugh me baby.